Reality is a game your soul is playing. And the goal is to wake up. If you don't in this lifetime, you will play it again. Until you finish the game. So how do you outsmart the game of life? By realizing that none of this is real. That is, it is all mental. The observer effect from quantum physics reveals the truth of this perception-based reality. And 99% of what we call an atom is empty space. It is a perceived reality rather than a natural reality. What you expect is what happens, not what should naturally happen. So start building your expectations irrespective of what the reality is showing you. Start expecting miracles. Expect that things are always going your way. You always get what you want. Your health is getting better day by day. Expect it. The magic is in the consciousness that expects a magical outcome. There is no reality outside of who you really are. We are immortals playing the game of mortality. For growth and experience and self-appeasement. Expect compliments. Expect money, opportunities and abundance. And it will find its way to you. If a person in the prison would expect freedom, he would somehow get it. But we are a slave to our waking five senses and cannot go beyond it. The five-sense man cannot go beyond the so-called natural worldview and what is physical. Therefore, the five-sense man is extremely limited, while the spiritual man that is actually alive within us is non-local and eternal. It is everywhere and at all times. It perceives this world from a totally different vantage point. It is likened to a role-playing video game. The sense man is the character in the game as the hero, while the spiritual man is the man playing the game. But there is a twist to the game of life. Since God became man to experience what it is like to be man, God confined himself to the sense man to have a genuine experience of what it is like to be a limited mortal man. If God was completely awake, the game wouldn't be any fun. Because as Gen Z likes to refer to such characters, God would be totally OP, overpowered. Challenge is what makes something exciting. But this game is not supposed to be hellish forever. As you can see, there is a lot of suffering in this world. Which begs the question, are we fated to suffer indefinitely? That is where you need to understand the end game of this experience. God became man so that man may become God, said Neville Goddard. If you are watching this video, the chances are very high that you already understand what I mean. Every soul who has gone through the human experience enough times, finally is rewarded with an awakening. Neville says that this awakening is purely by grace. Even Bible suggests that it is not by works that you will achieve the kingdom of heaven. So, God has not abandoned us in this game. Or rather, He has not abandoned Himself to forever go through the furnaces of affliction. He has promised awakening to all by grace. This is why all paths eventually lead to the same end, no matter what sort of life you live. At the end of your journey, you will awaken an insatiable hunger for the Word of God, to know Him, and you will not be able to get rid of this hunger. This is the grace of the source, nudging you towards the end, that your time has come to stop having this experience and get to awaken the spirit within. This hunger will force you to know yourself deeply and what is going on in this world. This is your red pill, blue pill moment from the famous movie The Matrix. You cannot avoid it. Even if you take the blue pill, you will fall asleep for a while, but not for long. This hunger will not go away. Eventually you will start to see the illusory nature of this world and begin to feel like all this is a stage. Like a play, very much like a game. The absurdity of politics and world stage will frustrate you first. Then it will make you laugh. And finally, it will make you indifferent or neutral. You will realize that this world is not meant to be saved. Because it is a game of adversity and what it is like to be a limited human. Utopia is not the plan for this experience. But soon enough you realize by the power of the law of assumption that the kingdom of heaven can be created for you and your immediate family in this so-called dark world. You realize that by the power of imagination, you can create a wonderful life for you and your loved ones. You are increasingly still and at peace mentally, while the collective consciousness is still going through the roller coaster. You stop to see the beauty of a tree while most just pass by. You realize that you were never lost, and truly, there is no loss in the divine mind. Furthermore, when you will see the absurdity of this world, history and politics, you will realize how much of it is just false and made up. Most of this world is made up of illusions, designed to keep the masses asleep. And that is the whole challenge. Most are unable to see what is truly going on. And those who end up seeing it never go back to falling asleep. It is virtually impossible. And this makes you realize that this is the world of perception and not an actual, physical and natural reality. So, if it is a reality of perception, you can control it and outsmart it by doing the exact opposite of what the media tells you, by doing the exact opposite of what your five senses tell you. How you ask? By assuming and imagining what you want, rather than what you are perceiving as real with your logic. This world is being translated from the consciousness of man. What man believes to be true about himself manifests in his life. So, to outsmart the system, start seeing your life as you want it to be, rather than what is. This is a world of make-believe. If you haven't noticed yet, it is not an actual reality. As the Hermetics has told you many millennia ago, the all is mind, the universe is mental, and the all is dreaming infinite dreams. The Vedics told you that this world is Maya, which is translated as illusory. The Gnostics told you that this is a prison planet or a confinement, not an actual reality. And for those who have not awakened yet, suffering of this world certainly looks like it is a prison or purgatory. But the one who knows who he is, and what is going on, opening the door to the kingdom of heaven is easy. As the kingdom of heaven was always within you. As you and the source of all is one. There is no separation. And you are enjoying one of the infinite dreams of God. It is time now to become lucid, and shape the dream into a lovely, heavenly life.